Slovakia's populist Prime Minister Robert Fico was shot multiple times and gravely wounded Wednesday, but his deputy prime minister said he believed Fico would survive. The prime minister had been greeting supporters at an event when the attempted assassination took place, shocking the small country and reverberating across Europe weeks before an election. "I guess in the end he will survive," Tomas Taraba told the BBC, adding, "He's not in a life-threatening situation at this moment." Doctors fought for Fico's life several hours after the pro-Russian leader, 59, was hit in the abdomen. Defense Minister Robert Kalina told reporters at the hospital where Fico was being treated. Worry and concern follow pro-Kremlin candidate's victory in Slovakia election. 5 shots were fired outside a cultural center in the town of Hanlova, nearly 140 kilometers, 85 miles, northeast of the capital, government officials said. Fico was shot while attending a meeting of his government in the town of 16,000 that was once a center of coal mining. A suspect was in custody, and an initial investigation found a clear political motivation behind the assassination attempt, Interior Minister Matis Sutaj Istok said as he briefed reporters alongside the defense minister. Fico's pro-Russian, anti-American message. Fico has long been a divisive figure in Slovakia and beyond, but his return to power last year on a pro-Russian, anti-American message led to even greater worries among fellow European Union members that he would lead his country further from the Western mainstream. Hungary's autocratic leader tells U.S. conservatives to join his culture war. Kicking off his 4th term as prime minister, his government halted arms deliveries to Ukraine, and critics worry that he will lead Slovakia, a nation of 5.4 million that belongs to NATO, to abandon its pro-Western course and follow in the footsteps of Hungary under populist Prime Minister Viktor Orbán. Thousands have repeatedly rallied in the capital and across Slovakia to protest Fico's policies. Attack comes ahead of European Parliament elections. A message posted to Fico's Facebook account said he was taken to a hospital in Banská Bystrica, 29 kilometers, 17 miles, from Hanlova, because it would take too long to get to the capital, Bratislava. The attack comes as political campaigning heats up 3 weeks ahead of Europe-wide elections to choose lawmakers for the European Parliament. Concern is mounting that populist and nationalists similar to Fico could make gains in the 27-member bloc. But politics, as usual, were put aside as the nation faced the shock of the attempt on Fico's life. A physical attack on the prime minister is, first of all, an attack on a person, but it is also an attack on democracy, outgoing President Zuzana Chaputova, a political rival of Fico, said in a televised statement. Any violence is unacceptable. The hateful rhetoric we've been witnessing in society leads to hateful actions. Please, let's stop it. Reactions of shock in Slovakia and around the world. President-elect Peter Pellegrini, an ally of Fico, called the attempted assassination an unprecedented threat to Slovak democracy. If we express other political opinions with pistols and squares, and not in polling stations, we are jeopardizing everything that we have built together over 31 years of Slovak sovereignty. Progressive Slovakia leader Michael Semeka called on all politicians to refrain from any expressions and steps which could contribute to further increasing the tension. Czech Prime Minister Petr Fiala wished the premier a swift recovery. "We cannot tolerate violence. There's no place for it in society." The Czech Republic and Slovakia formed Czechoslovakia until 1992.